Welcome back, Red Devil fans, to another latest news video on the channel. Today we've got tons of news in regards to Manchester United. In terms of transfer news, we're going to be talking about the latest regarding Onana, Rasmus Hoiland, and Mason Greenwood. We're also going to be talking about Man United preseason training, and of course, we'll be talking about the latest updates regarding Man United legend Edwin Van Der Sar. Timestamps are available as always, but without any further ado, let's kick things off in this video. So first off, let's talk about the latest in regards to the new transfers to the club. One of the players really close to Manchester United is Rasmus Hoiland. We've been talking about the player for weeks ever since we found out that signing Kane would be really difficult. Now, according to Daily Telegraph, Manchester United is preparing a game-changing deal for Rasmus Hoiland. The report states that United are poised to table a bid for Hoiland as they aim to strengthen Ten Hag's squad with a new striker this summer. While the club's budget has been compressed by financial fair play restrictions, Man United heads believe they will be able to sign Hoiland for a fee of around £50 million, which is 64 million euros. The report also states that the takeover of the club can have an impact specifically on Hoyland's transfer. Another factor that has helped Manchester United to now put much more focus on signing Rasmus Hoiland and coming to agreement with Atalanta is the fact that all the sources are suggesting that Onana's transfer is pretty much done and we have nothing to worry about when it comes to our new goalkeeper. For instance, according to Italian insiders, an arrangement has been made for the player to join Manchester United. Official transfer news is going to come out soon, sometime at the end of the week. Fabrizio Romano is arguably the most reliable source in football world at the moment, has also confirmed that the news out there are all positive and the player is really close to working again with Erik ten Hag after their era at Ajax. I should clarify that as of now that we are recording this video, no official news has surfaced online when it comes to Onana joining United, but it will probably happen in the next couple of days or so. Sources are saying that the final number for the transfer is 50 million euros for the player, plus add-on, which I think is reasonable. Fabrizio Romano has also confirmed that Man United wants Onana to travel for USA preseason tour, which is fantastic. You can't imagine how happy I am that our new players are part of the preseason trainings and matchups, which will help the players come to an understanding with one another prior to the new season. I'm so hopeful for the new season and how the team is going to perform with the management of Erik ten Hag. Let me know your thoughts as well on the matter. Now, before we move on, hit that like button if you found this video informative so far. Also consider subscribing to Always United for latest Manchester United news. Now, moving on, Miguel Delaney, Football Reporter, has discussed the idea that now that Ten Hag has acquired some of the priority targets that he has had in mind for some time, he will focus on selling few of the players who are not part of his plan for the team for the upcoming season, some of whom are Fred, Scott McTominay, Harry Maguire, Donny van de Beek, Anthony Martial, and even possibly Jadon Sancho. Ten Hag plans to get rid of the mentioned players in the next 2 weeks, according to his report. In addition, The Independent has done a similar report suggesting that Erik ten Hag has settled on 4 Manchester United players that he wants to sell this summer in an attempt to trim his squad. The report mentions that Ten Hag wants to offload Harry Maguire, Jadon Sancho, Fred, and Scott McTominay in the next 2 weeks because they have no part in his long-term plans. By the way, recently we published a video on the channel talking about all the players both reports have mentioned, and we have dived into the circumstances of each player individually with great detail. If you're interested, definitely check that video out as well. Now it's time to talk about Edwin Van Der Sar. Yesterday we received some horrible news regarding former Manchester United and Ajax star Edwin Van Der Sar and the fact that he has been rushed to a hospital after suffering a cerebral hemorrhage. According to reports, the legendary goalkeeper suffered a stroke while on holiday in a Croatian island and had to be lifted to hospital by a helicopter. Van Der Sar was admitted to intensive care on Friday afternoon. Ajax posted a message of support for their former CEO on Twitter, which read, and I quote, "On Friday, Edwin Van Der Sar has had a bleeding around his brain. He's currently in hospital in the intensive care unit and is in a stable condition. Once there is more concrete information, an update will follow. Everyone at Ajax wishes Edwin a speedy recovery." Man United also published the following statement on Friday evening, which said, and I quote, "Manchester United is holding Edwin Van Der Sar and his family in our collective thoughts after hearing the news that the legendary goalkeeper has fallen seriously ill. Edwin always receives a warm welcome whenever he returns to Old Trafford, having been one of the most popular and decorated goalkeepers in our club's history. Between the Dutchman's arrival from Fulham in June 2005 and his retirement from football in May 2011 at the age of 40, he made a total of 266 appearances and contributed hugely to the Reds winning 4 Premier League titles, the Champions League, Club World Cup, among other trophies under Sir Alex Ferguson. Everyone at United wishes to join our friends at Ajax in wishing Edwin all the very best for a full and swift recovery." As of now, all we know is that Van Der Sar is still in intensive care unit despite the fact that his conditions have gotten a bit better. I really hope he has a speedy recovery as soon as possible. I have so many great childhood memories of Edwin Van Der Sar, the highlight of which was the final Champions League match against Chelsea and how his goalkeeping skills got us the title. Share your love for Van Der Sar in the comment section. Next Next up, let's dive into the latest regarding Mason Mount, our new signing and our new number 7. Funny enough, Mason Mount choosing number 7 has caused some controversy among fans, some of whom believe that the player doesn't deserve number 7 kit. Personally speaking, I don't share the same notion. Number 7 kit has been going around for some time, and a lot of players who wore the kit didn't really deserve it lately. I'm not that critical about a number anyway, but feel free to let us know what you think. In addition, recently, Mount's video of how he admires Ronaldo has taken the internet by storm. The player has also talked about how unwanted he felt in Chelsea, and now he feels right at home during his first ever interview as a Man United player. If you look at some of the pictures also, people at the club are really happy, specifically Erik ten Hag, since Mount was a priority target for him. Mount has started training with the main team, and he has formed a fantastic relationship with Martinez, to the point that Martinez had met Mason's dad, which made for some hilarious comments and moments on Twitter. Lastly, let's touch on the situation of Mason Greenwood loan deal. According to new reports, Mason Greenwood could be sent on loan by Manchester United, with football director John Murtaugh leading talks. Atalanta have reportedly shown interest in Mason Greenwood, with possible that he could be included in Manchester United's move for Rasmus Hoiland. We already knew that several clubs from Serie A are set to have asked questions of whether Man United may be willing to part with Mason Greenwood. He has also been linked with teams in Turkey, but a big decision on his future fast approaching. He has been training with a private instructor in a bid to keep himself fit ahead of a potential move away from Manchester. In addition, the Manchester Evening News, which is a very reliable source, continues to suggest that Greenwood could end up in Italy, with it reported that a loan deal could be done as part of a bigger transfer for Danish striker Rasmus Hoiland. I find it brilliant to include Greenwood in a Hoiland deal. I think it would be a win-win scenario for everyone. Considering the current circumstances, this loan approach is the best solution for now for Greenwood, but we'll have to wait and see what will happen in a couple of years when it comes to the player. Let us know what you think should be done with Greenwood's situation. But that does it, guys, for this video. Make sure to share your takes on all the news we have covered today. Thank you so much for sticking with me until the end. Consider leaving a like and subscribing to Always United for latest Manchester United news. If you want to see more, here are 2 videos that might catch your interest. But until next time, it's been a pleasure talking to you.